Welcome to Secure the Bag, Week 15 NFL picks. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy is Trizzy. Welcome back, SLAC fam. What's good, y'all?
What it do? We about to make our picks for all of the games this weekend. Fantasy football playoffs are starting this weekend too, so get your lineups right. And I can't believe it. We are already at Week 15 of the NFL season. It's gone by in a flash, but I'm excited for the playoffs and beyond. So we'll see. But dang, it's just another reminder of how fast time is going right now. Strizzy, before we knock these pick out, how you doing? You feeling good today?
Yeah, man, I feel really, really good, man. I was looking at the picks before we start picking in our money lines, but I don't know, man. I see a lot of favorites winning this week, but it's gonna be some upsets, so it's a little tricky.
I know every week, like last week, which I don't even want to talk about last week. Last week was crazy with all the upsets, but it's like it looked like it could be like a really chalk week, and then all of a sudden here come all these upsets. So
yeah,
very crazy, but that's why we love the NFL, because any given Sunday you never know what's going to happen. Want to welcome in Anthony West to the show, and whether you guys are watching live, can catch us live during the day or watching later, don't be afraid to make your predictions for this week's game as we rock through this. So like I said, I don't even want to mention last week. It was rough.
All bad.
But Strizzy, you're going to go first on us. Kick us off for Thursday night football. We've got the Falcons at the Bucks.
Absolutely, man. I got the Buccaneers in this game. They're at home to get Mike Evans back this week, and even though he's probably, he's not probably come back super fresh, might be a little rusty, but just adding him to the offense just, turns him to a totally different team. And with the Bucks and the Panthers being the same record going into playing each other next week, I think they both get a win, fight for the division next week. So I'm going Bucks.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bucks as well. Falcons have been up and down, but overall disappointing season. In the Bucks coming off some disappointing losses. They need to get back right. I think, like you said, Mike Evans will help, but this is just a game they can't afford to lose. So I got them at home on the Thursday night clash. Moving into Sunday, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Man, this is hard. I really want to take Baltimore with the poor play that they played the last go around with the Bengals when the Bengals beat them at home. So I'm looking for the Ravens to kind of get some get back. They're still in line for the division with only one game behind the Steelers right now, but they have to win this game, man. But I don't know. It's going to be really, really tricky.
I think it's going to be tricky too. I'm going with the Bengals at home. They just look so different. And even last week, like they're a pick six away from beating the Bills. Like that really changed the momentum in that game. They had the lead going down to score again. And like we've seen with Burrow back, they can score the ball, and the Ravens are not doing that. So, got to go with the Bengals at home. Moving into the next game, the Raiders at the Eagles.
Yeah, this one should be easy enough, man. I'm going Eagles. No real explanation needed.
If they lose to the Raiders, that's like a big time collapse, free fall type of thing that we're seeing. Obviously, coming off of a bad game last week against the Chargers, a lot of turnovers and such. I think they got to bounce back, and this is the perfect team to do it against. So, yeah, Eagles for sure. Next up, we've got the Cardinals at the Texans.
Yeah, this game is tricky. It's only tricky because I feel like this could be one of those possible weird upsets. Texans still getting their offense together, but that defense is Super Bowl bound. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going Texans for now, but they should win this game.
Yeah, I'm going with the Texans as well, and I think that would be their 8th straight. Like you said, the offense just needs to do enough because the defense is just rock solid. And the Cardinals still figuring things out. Even though they're a worthy opponent, definitely not. I don't think that they could pull this out. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Chargers at the Chiefs.
Yeah, man. A year ago, I'd be like Chiefs all day at home. But I don't know if I believe in them anymore the rest of this season. I think the team is kind of washed up, honestly. Sorry, Ant. But I think, obviously you've got the best quarterback in the league in Patrick Mahomes, and they'll have to rebuild around him. But I think Travis Kelce's time's up. I think he's kind of holding the team back a little bit, honestly. They need a running game. They need healthy offensive linemen. And even with the receivers that they have, it hasn't shown to be what we thought they would be. They look real spry when Rashee Rice came back, but since then it hasn't really been much of anything. So I'm going with the Chargers for the sweep. Sorry, Ann.
Man, yeah. See, that's the only reason that's holding me back. I agree with all of your points, but I'm going with the Chiefs. I think like this is like a pride game and like a Mahomes some type of way, because when's the last time he usually doesn't even lose to the division, but I don't know if he's ever been swept by a division opponent.
I don't think so either. But Yeah.
I just got to go with Kansas City, but I wouldn't be surprised either way, man. This is definitely a toss up for me. Yeah, Anthony, it's gonna be a tough one. Bills at the Patriots up next.
Oh man, I'm going the older brothers in this one, man. I think the Bills have a little bit more to lose in this, right? Patriots right now are still set to win the AFC. Overall. But it's going to be close. But I think the Bills edge them. I think the Bills right now are playing really good football. And even though we talk about last week, a pick six away from losing to the Bengals, the Bengals are just so good offensively. They can play anybody with Joe Burrow at the helm and still win that game or at least be competitive. So you look at records wise, you're like, man, they should have been that game. But realistically, we know how good the Bengals are with Burrow back there. But I think the big brother wins this one.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Bills do. And I think this is a good test for the Patriots, maybe even a good learning experience for them to see what's going on. But I think they're also, like you said, in a position to still win the AFC. So they're not going to lay all their cards out knowing that they might have to come around and play this game again and really deploy their game plan for that. So, yeah, I'm going with the Bills. Next up, the Jets at the Jaguars.
Yeah. Jaguars, they better win this game. You know what I mean? There's not really much to say in this. Jags better win, especially if they want to hold on to the division from the Texans. But just another game to me. I'm just like, how is Jacksonville still winning games? I don't know. Like they don't, I don't know why. Like the team just for whatever reason just surprises me each week. But yeah, I don't trust them at all. But it is the Jets, so I'm going Jags.
Yeah, definitely. I feel you. I'm going with the Jags. They're like so weird because they're like so wishy-washy. We've seen incredible lows from them, but we've seen some highs too that make them look strong. But against the Jets, they should be able to get it done. Yeah. This is an even more interesting one I wouldn't have seen coming. The Commanders at the Giants. Who do you got in this one?
I got the Giants. I think they win this game. I think the Washington Commanders right now are just struggling a little bit too much. Obviously, our boy Daniels at quarterback gets hurt again last week. They brought him back too early. Honestly, I think they brought him back for no reason. I've let him get healthy, and just move on to next season with a low record, high draft pick, and figure things out. But I think the Giants, they're not really playing for much either. But I still think that Jackson Dart obviously is going to look a little bit better than
Mariota.
Yeah, Mariota. Yep, I'm going with the Giants.
I agree. I'm going with the Giants and the Commanders. Man, we thought they're maybe improved from that like kind of Cinderella run they had last year, and it's been a complete opposite. It's been more back to what we kind of expected before that. So it is surprising, but yeah, Giants, and they might both have the same record at like 3-13 after this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
3-12, something like that. All right, next up, the Browns and the Bears.
And for some reason, man, the Browns defense is so good, and they didn't play so well last week. So I expect this game to be a low scoring game. Browns defense is definitely going to get back on track in this one. I'm picking the Bears after a tough loss against Green Bay last week, but I like how Shador's look, man. He's gotten better each week, and if he can keep the offense as good as the defense has looked, they're gonna be a problem, bro. But Stefanski gotta get out of there. He gotta get fired. But I'm going Bears for now.
Yeah, going with the Bears as well. They had a tough game last week against the Packers, but like you said, that's kind of like them kind of figuring out how to be towards the top and be a legitimate contender. So if you're going to do that, you got to bounce back and win these games. So I am going with them against the Browns, but I do think it'll be a competitive, surprisingly fun matchup there.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, next up, your Panthers at the Saints.
Oh, Panthers, man, we got to get our get back. And honestly, I'm hoping it's just absolute, just demolish them. I know it's division, but we got to get this game back. No way we should have lost to this team at home.
Agreed. That was one of the bigger regrets, probably looking at the Panthers' schedule, looking back. So they gotta make up for it here and blow the Saints out.
Oh, for sure.
Next up, Lions at Rams.
Two good teams. Obviously the Lions are coming off of a big win against your boys last week. But I'm going with the Rams. I know the last time these teams played each other, the Lions ended up taking them, and it was a big deal for Goff. You know what I mean? But I think Rams get a little bit more get back in this game, so I'm going Rams.
Yeah, I'm going with the Rams as well. They got to get back on track, start asserting themselves again. The Lions did do a great job against the Cowboys, but it's a little bit different, I think, caliber right now of what they're looking at, especially against that defense. So
for sure,
we'll see. Next up, Colts at Seahawks.
can't believe we're talking about Phillip Rivers playing in this game. 44 years old, grandfather, been removed for years. But Seahawks for sure. Like I just if Rivers comes out slinging this mug and throws for like 300 plus and multiple touchdowns, it's gonna be insane. But I don't see it happening, man. Like if you're off for a year, the game could pass you by.
Let alone 5 years.
Exactly. So I'm definitely going Seahawks for sure.
Yeah, I'm going with the Seahawks as well. Their defense has been ferocious. A lot of turnovers, a lot of sacks, a lot of fumbles. And so it's kind of a bad spot, especially because my fantasy team is relying on Jonathan Taylor. And now everybody knows if you stop him, they got nothing. So that's going to be a rough one. But, yeah, the Seahawks, especially at home, too, there's just no question. But I would love to see some kind of a off-the-bench type of not even off the bench, out the stands type of story like that. But I don't think we're going to get it this week.
Yeah, that'd be wild.
Off the couch. All right, next up, the Packers at the Broncos.
Yeah, this one's tricky, too. The Broncos are actually favored in this one, going to Denver. And I think they do win it. Obviously, I think the Broncos got to come down to earth a little, sometime soon. But I still don't fully believe in Green Bay either. But this is a toss-up game for me. But I am going Green Bay as of right now.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one. It's going to be an interesting one to kind of see where these two teams are at right now. But I'm going to go with the Broncos at home. I feel like that they have enough to get it done. But we'll see. Also welcoming in Pops, but him and Anthony Weston got the Packers.
Yeah.
All right. Couple more to knock out real quick. Titans at 49ers.
Hey, Titans got that second game I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. But that's it, man. They're gonna be 2-16 or 2-15, whatever it's gonna be. So I'm going San Fran.
Yeah, San Francisco at home. Like you said, Titans, they got their second victory off the snide. So that's it for them the rest of the year.
Yeah.
All right. Sunday night football. We got the Vikings at the Cowboys.
I'm going with your boys, bro. Tough loss to a really good team last week, so nothing to hang your head low for. And I know the Vikings had a great kind of blowout victory against who was it? Was it the Falcons? I don't know the Falcons.
It was against the Commanders.
Commanders, yeah, blowing them out. But again, that's not going to happen against the Cowboys. There's no way. The offense is way too good, and I think they get their get back.
Yeah,
I think they get right.
I'm going with the Cowboys as well. They get like a little mini bye coming off that Thursday night, and they had a rough stretch there. Eagles, Chiefs, and Lions. But going 2-3 in that is still really good. And the Eagles slipped again, so you still have a lot to play for. You got to win the rest of your games from here on out. So that starts with this one.
Yep.
So we'll see. Last up, we've got the Dolphins at the Steelers.
I don't know why, man. I'm going with the Dolphins in this one. I just don't like the Steelers. Just look really bad to me. They've lucked out on a lot of their wins this season. And for some reason, I just feel like for whatever reason, the Ravens are still going to be in contention when they play each other again for that division. And I think in order for them to do that, the record's got to be somewhat close. So I'm going with the Dolphins in a crazy, crazy upset, but I am going Dolphins. Offensively, they just look better.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Dolphins as well on this one. Normally, them being on the road would make me feel a little bit nervous, but I don't know why. The Steelers, it's like they had that bounce back game last week, which was awesome, but they're kind of that 8-8, 9-8, team. They're that middle of the road, so that tells me they're going to slip back and lose this one to the Dolphins. So,
and they can run the ball too. Dolphins have been running the ball very, very well. A-Chain's been running the ball very well. So weather-wise, it's going to suck for them because they're not used to that cold weather in Pittsburgh. But I don't know. It's my gut. Honestly, I'm going Dolphins with my gut.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I like it. Okay, cool. So I got to drop off here. I'm a little bit late for one thing. So really quickly though, Strizzy, give us a parlay for tonight.
Yeah, actually, let me bring this up real quick. My bad.
And while he's bringing that up, you guys can find the parlay on our Instagram channel as well, or Instagram page.
Oh, for sure. Try to go something. Yeah, come on, hurry up. Try to go something a little bit lighter for today for you guys. So hopefully we could get this one to go ahead and hit. But I got two of them. My pick of the day is 3 receptions for Bucky Irving. So 3 receptions for Bucky Irving. I'm throwing a 50 ball on that. Easy enough. And then one of the lighter picks is I got kind of a fun one. So I'm taking Emeka for anytime touchdown score, and then I'm going Kyle Pitts under his receiving yards but over his receptions, and then Bijan Robinson under receiving yards over his receptions. So it's kind of a negative fallback, so the odds are a little inflated. But should be fun. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, cool. So Pitts and the running back
Bijan Robinson under their receiving yards.
Got you.
But over their receptions.
Yep. Nice. A Mecca and anytime touchdown.
Yep. That one's separate. That's a loan. Yeah, that's a loan.
Okay,
yep.
Got you. Sweet. That's what's up. All right, cool. Well, go to our Instagram page to see those. And again, thank you for rocking with us each and every week. We'll be back next Tuesday for the results of, for the big show. We're going to talk about everything.
You know what it is.
But really quickly, too, before we sign off, thanks, Pops, for hopping on here. And Pops did win our Yahoo last weekend.
Hey, all right, Pops.
And it's never too late to play with us on the Yahoo. It's free.
Couple weeks left.
Yeah, a couple weeks left to get that Super Bowl square locked in. But again, until next week, we appreciate you rocking with us. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Striz.
Peace.